Hello everyone, welcome to quadratic equations part 2. In the previous part I have already explained how to solve a quadratic equation using the two methods which are factorization and by formula. In this part we will be moving ahead starting with nature of roots. Okay, already you know the formula how to find the value of x, means value of the variable. X is equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac whole by 2a. This b square minus 4ac is called discriminant because it helps us to determine the nature of the roots. Now this b square minus 4ac can have three possible values. It may be positive, it may be negative, or it may be 0. So there can be three possible cases. So the first case, b square minus 4ac is greater than 0, means positive. Let us see what happens when b square minus 4ac is positive. As you know the formula, x is equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac whole by 2a. If b square minus 4ac is positive, it may be a perfect square, it may not be a perfect square, doesn't matter, but its square root can be evaluated. Okay, that means we will definitely get some value of square root of b square minus 4ac, means it exists. Okay, so there can be three possible roots. One is alpha, which is equal to minus b plus square root of b square minus 4ac whole by 2a. The other is beta, which is equal to minus b minus square root of b square minus 4ac whole by 2a. Okay, so I have written here, as you can see, roots are real. Real means they exist, we can find. Okay, and distinct. Distinct means they are unequal, different. You can see one is in plus, the other is in minus, so different. Okay, so remember, when discriminant is positive, roots are real, and distinct means unequal. Okay, let us take an example. I have taken an example, 2x square minus 5x minus 6 is equal to 0. Okay, if we want to solve this using the first method, the factorization method, it is not possible. You can see 2 minus 5 minus 6, 2 into minus 6 gives you minus 12, means negative. So difference, can you think of two numbers whose product is 12 and difference is 5? Not possible. That means first method is not applicable here. So you have to go for the second method, that is by formula. A is 2, b is minus 5, as you can see, c is minus 6. Okay, let us use the formula. X is equal to minus b. This is the formula, you know this. Minus b means minus of minus 5. Okay, you can see minus b means minus of minus 5, which is plus 5. Okay, plus or minus. B square means minus 5 whole square, which is 25, minus 4ac. 4 into a is 2, c is minus 6, square root whole by 2a. 2a means 2 into 2. So next step, 5 plus or minus 25, 25, then minus minus, minus into minus is plus. So as you can see, I have written plus. 4 into 2 into 6 is 48. Okay, whole by 4. So we get 5 plus or minus square root of 73 whole by 4. You can say 73 is not a perfect square, but still we can find square root of 73 exists. Okay, it will be 8 point something. Okay, definitely we can find. So alpha will be 5 plus root 73 by whole by 4. Beta will be 5 minus root 73 whole by 4. So as you can see, the two roots are real, we can find. Okay, and they are different. One is in plus, one is in minus. So the roots are real and unequal. Okay, the second case, when b square minus 4ac is less than 0, that means negative. Okay, again use the formula. X is equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac whole by 2a. Now this b square minus 4ac is negative. Suppose let us imagine a negative number, minus 4. Can you find its square root? Does it exist? No, we cannot find. Suppose square root of minus 9, we don't know, we cannot find. Okay, square root of minus 16, we cannot find. Okay, similarly the square root of any negative number doesn't exist, we cannot find. Okay, So if this b square minus 4ac is negative, its square root doesn't exist. it is not real. Okay, so as you can see here, I have written roots are unreal or imaginary. Okay, they do not exist. Let us take an example. 3x square plus 2x plus 4 is equal to 0. If you try to solve this using factorization method, you cannot solve. You have to go for formula. A, B, C are 3, 2 and 4 respectively. Let us use the formula which you know already. Minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac whole by 2a. Putting the values, we get minus 2 plus or minus b square means 2 square. 4 minus 4ac means 4 into 3 into 4 square root whole by 2a means 2 into 3. Next step, minus 2 plus or minus 4 minus 4 into 3 into 4 is 48. Okay, square root whole by 6. Next step, minus 2 plus or minus square root of minus 44 whole by 6. Now this minus 2 is not a problem, 6 is not a problem, but this is the problem. Minus 44 square root, which cannot be found, it doesn't exist. Okay, it is unreal. So I have written here not possible, we cannot move further. Okay, now the third case, it is very important. Okay, you are going to get a question from this part definitely in the board exam. When b square minus 4ac is equal to 0. Okay, positive over negative over now 0. Use the formula x is equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac whole by 2a. Now b square minus 4ac is 0. Okay, b square minus 4ac is 0. If b square minus 4ac is 0, then its square root will also be 0. So as you can see here, I have written 0. So minus b plus or minus 0 whole by 2a. Okay, so alpha will be minus b plus 0 whole by 2a, which is minus b by 2a. Okay, then beta will be minus b minus 0 whole by 2a, which is again minus b by 2a. So now you can see alpha and beta are equal. So I have written alpha is equal to beta is equal to minus b by 2a. So in this case, the roots are real, means they exist. Okay, minus b by 2a can be evaluated. Okay, the roots are real and equal. You can see alpha and beta are equal. Okay, remember this, roots are real and equal. So when b square minus 4ac is equal to 0, roots are real and equal. Conversely, if roots are real and equal, we can say that b square minus 4ac is equal to 0. Okay, I have taken an example to explain this. Suppose 9x square minus 30x plus 25 is equal to 0. Let us check what is b square minus 4ac. b is minus 30, so its whole square minus 4ac means 4 into 9 into 25. 4 into a, this is a 9, c, this is 25. Okay, minus 30 square is 900, minus 4 into 9 into 25 is also 900. So 900 minus 900 gives you 0. Okay, so before solving we can say that the roots will be real, means we can find, and they will be equal. Let us check whether they are equal or not. Okay, so the next step, I factorized, means I have used the first method. Okay, 9 minus 30 25, these are the coefficients. 9 into 25 gives you 225, which is positive, means sum. So think of two numbers whose product will be 225, sum will be 30. 15 and 15, what will be their sign? Minus 15 minus 15, both will be minus. Then only you will get minus 30, and if you multiply you will get plus 225. Okay, so in the next step I have started to factorize. 9x square minus 15x minus 15x plus 25 is equal to 0. From the first two terms, 3x is common, remaining is 3x minus 5. From the next two terms, minus 5 is common, remaining is again 3x minus 5, which is equal to 0. Now in these two terms, there are two terms now, 1, 2. Okay, 3x minus 5 is common, as you can see I have written here. What is remaining? Again 3x minus 5. So again 3x minus 5. So we get 3x minus 5 whole into 3x minus 5 is equal to 0. On solving, using zero product rule, on solving you will get x is equal to 5 by 3, or x is equal to 5 by 3. Okay, that means alpha is equal to beta is equal to 5 by 3. Okay, so the roots are real, they exist and are equal. Okay, now let us solve some examples. Okay, suppose there is a quadratic equation given to us, 3x square minus 12x plus n minus 5 is equal to 0, and this equation has equal roots. Equal roots means definitely b square minus 4ac will be 0. We have to find n and then we have to find the roots. Okay, first you have to find n, then you have to find the roots. Okay, you may get such question in the board exam. Okay, find the value of n or find the value of p. Let us write the coefficients. A is equal to 3, b is equal to minus 12, c is equal to n minus 5. I have written as you can see. Now since roots are equal to as given, okay, therefore b square minus 4ac is equal to 0. You know this, I have already told. Okay, so putting the values of b, a and c, we get minus 12 whole square minus 4 into 3 whole into n minus 5 is equal to 0. Okay, so 144 minus 4 into 3 is 12, 4 into n minus 5 is equal to 0. On solving this equation, this is a linear equation, okay, in the variable n. On solving you will get n is equal to 17. So this is the value of n. Okay, we got one part. Next we have to find the roots. Okay, we know that the roots will be equal definitely because this equation has equal roots, it was mentioned. Now let us go back to the original equation, okay, which was 3x square minus 12x plus n minus 5. We have already got the value of n, so as you can see I put the value of n here. So 17 minus 5, which is equal to 0. We get 3x square minus 12x plus 12 is equal to 0. This equation can be further simplified if you take 3 common. Okay, so the final equation to be solved is x square minus 4x plus 4 is equal to 0. Okay, if you want you can factorize this. You can use the first method, but no need to factorize. It will be much easier if you use formula in this case because b square minus 4ac is 0. So as you can see I have written ABC again. A is 1, b is minus 4, c is plus 4, as you can see. Then we know that roots are equal. Okay, so alpha is equal to beta is equal to minus b by 2a. I had given this formula in the previous page. Okay, I had given this formula. So minus b by 2a, which is equal to, what is minus b? Minus of minus 4, which gives you plus 4. What is 2 into a? 2 into 1, which is 2. So 4 by 2 gives you 2. So the two roots are 2 and 2 respectively. Okay, one more example. 4x square minus whole p minus 2 whole into x plus 1 is equal to 0 has equal roots. That means definitely b square minus 4ac will be 0. We have to find p and the roots, just like the previous example. Okay, write ABC. A is 4 from the equation. As you can see, A is 4. What is B? Minus of p minus 2. Sign is very important. Okay, don't write p minus 2 here. Minus of p minus 2. So B is equal to minus of p minus 2. Negative sign, you can open the bracket. Okay, so we'll get 2 minus p. Okay, so B is 2 minus p. Okay, and what is C? 1. C is 1. Okay, now again, since the roots are equal, therefore we can say b square minus 4c is equal to 0. Put the values. 2 minus b whole square minus 4 into 4 into 1. Okay, 4 into 4 into 1 is equal to 0. So on expanding that 2 minus p whole square, we get 4 plus p square minus 4p minus 16 is equal to 0. So the final equation to be solved is p square minus 4p minus 12 is equal to 0. Means we got another quadratic equation, but this time the variable is p. Okay, so let us see whether we can solve this using factorization method. 1 minus 4 minus 12. Again 1 into minus 12 gives you minus 12, which is negative. Negative means difference. So think of two numbers whose product is 12 and difference is 4. Obviously 6 and 2. Okay, If you take the sign, then minus 6 and plus 2. Okay, I don't think I need to explain why it is minus 6 and plus 2, because you already know this. I have already explained many times. So I started to factorize p square minus 6p plus 2p minus 12 is equal to 0. Solve this as you solve. Okay, this is a quadratic equation. You know how to solve this using factorization method. So on solving, you will get p is equal to 6 or p is equal to minus 2. That means for these two values of p, the given quadratic equation will have equal roots. Okay, so successfully we have found the values of p. Then you have to find the value of the roots. So we will take one by one. When p is equal to 6, okay, you can see for p is equal to 6, let us go back to the original equation. 4x square minus p minus 2 whole into x plus 1 is equal to 0. This was the original equation. Put the value of p, which is 6 now. So on putting the value of p, you will get 4x square minus 4x plus 1 is equal to 0. This equation can be solved using factorization method, but it would be better if you solve using by formula, because b square minus 4ac is 0. Okay, a very simple formula, minus b by 2a when roots are equal. Okay, so as you can see, I have written alpha is equal to beta is equal to minus b by 2a. This formula I had given. So minus b by 2a means minus of minus 4 whole by 2 into 4, which gives you 1 by 2. So both the roots are 1 by 2 when p is equal to 6. Now let us go for the other value, which is minus 2. When p is equal to minus 2, again put the value in the original equation. 4x square minus p minus 2 means minus 2 minus 2 whole into x plus 1 is equal to 0. We get the equation 4x square plus 4x plus 1 is equal to 0. This can also be factorized. Okay, first method can be used, but I advise you to use the second method. Alpha is equal to beta is equal to minus b by 2a. Putting the values of b and a, we get minus 4 by 2 into 4. On solving, you get minus 1 by 2. So the value of the roots, okay, alpha and beta, when p is equal to minus 2 are minus 1 by 2 each. Okay, now let us go to a different type of question. Suppose the solution set is given. Okay, usually quadratic equation is given and you are asked to find the solution set, but this time solution set is given and you are asked to find the quadratic equation. Whose solution set is this? Okay, so solution set is equal to minus 4 and 3. Okay, that means these are the two roots. Okay, minus 4 and 3. So x is equal to minus 4 or x is equal to 3. We have to go back. Okay, x is equal to minus 4 or x is equal to 3. So we can say x plus 4 is equal to 0, taking minus 4 to the left and 3 to the left. Okay, so x plus 4 is equal to 0 or x minus 3 is equal to 0. Multiply the two linear equations. These are two linear equations. We know that when we multiply two linear equations, we get a quadratic equation. Our target is to get a quadratic equation. So if we multiply these two, we will definitely get a quadratic equation whose roots are these two, which are given. Okay, so x plus 4 into x minus 3 is 0. On expanding the left hand side expression, we get x square plus x minus 12 is equal to 0. This is the required quadratic equation whose roots are minus 4 and 3 respectively. Okay, I have taken one more example. Suppose there is a quadratic equation mx square plus nx plus 6 is equal to 0. This is the m is the coefficient of x square, which is not given to us, we don't know. N is the coefficient of x, which we don't know. 6 is the constant term, it is given to us. Okay, it is given that the solution set of this quadratic equation, means the roots of this quadratic equation are 2 by 3 and 1, and we have been asked to find m and n. Okay, we have to find m and n. Okay, when starting the chapter, I had told you that root of an equation means the value of the variable which satisfies the equation. Okay, if 2 by 3 is a root, that means definitely it will be satisfying this equation. So let us put 2 by 3 in place of x, the equation will be satisfied. Okay, so as you can see, in place of x I have put 2 by 3, m whole 2 by m into 2 by 3 whole square plus n into 2 by 3 plus 6 is equal to 0. So we get 4m by 9 plus 2n by 3 plus 6 is equal to 0. On taking LCM 9, the numerator we get 4m plus 6n plus 54, then equal to 0. Take 9 to the right, we get 4m plus 6n plus 54 is equal to 0. We can take 2 common, we can further simplify this equation. So we will get 2m plus 3n plus 27 is equal to 0. Take this 27 to the right, so we get 2m plus 3n is equal to minus 27. Let it be equation 1. You can recollect such equations we got in class 9, simultaneous linear equation, means linear equation in 2 variables. Here are the 2 variables m and n. Okay, so this is an example of linear equation in 2 variables which you studied in class 9. Okay, one part is over. Now 1 is another root, so again we can put the value of 1 in place of x, the equation will be satisfied. So let us put, so m into 1 square plus n into 1 plus 6 is equal to 0. We get ultimately m plus n is equal to minus 6. Let it be equation 2. This is another linear equation in 2 variables. Okay, so combining these two we get simultaneous linear equation. Okay, you know how to solve. In class 9 I had explained. Okay, I've used elimination method. Okay, you know there are 3 methods: substitution method, cross multiplication method, and elimination method to solve simultaneous linear equation. And I have told you that elimination method is the best. So as you can see, I have used elimination method. Okay, in elimination method we equate the coefficients. The coefficients of m are 2 and 1, coefficients of n are 3 and 1. If you neglect these two, this I have brought later on. In the original equation, the coefficients of m were 2 and 1, coefficients of n were 3 and 1. You have to equate the coefficients. I have targeted m. Okay, I have targeted m first. So I have multiplied 2 to equate the coefficients. So the first equation will not change, it remains as it is. 2m plus 3n is equal to minus 27. The second equation is modified, it becomes 2m plus 2n is equal to minus 12. As you can see, 2m plus 2n is equal to minus 12. Then you know how to solve this. Okay, on solving, first we get n is equal to minus 15. This is the value of n. Then putting the value of n in any of the 2 equations, we can get the value of m. Okay, the second equation was simpler, so I put the value of n in the second equation, which was m plus n is equal to minus 6. Okay, so m plus n means plus minus 15 or minus 15 is equal to minus 6. On solving we get m is equal to plus 9. Okay, so these are the values of m and n respectively. M is 9, n is minus 15. Okay, so this is one method. There is another method. Okay, as you can see I have written or. Forget the original equation. Okay, forget the original equation which was mx square plus nx plus 6 is equal to 0. Simply look at the roots. Okay, the first root is 2 by 3, the second root is 1, and you know how to get a quadratic equation if the 2 roots are given. So let us use that method. Okay, x equal to 2 by 3 or x is equal to 1. So 3x is equal to 2, as you can see, x is equal to 1. Take 2 to the left, so we get 3x minus 2 is equal to 0, which is a linear equation 1 variable. Or then take 1 to the left, x minus 1 is equal to 0, which is again a linear equation in 1 variable. Okay, so if we multiply these two, we will definitely get the quadratic equation whose roots are 2 by 3 and 1 respectively. So let us multiply. 3x minus 2 whole into x minus 1 gives us 0. Okay, on expanding we will get 3x square minus 5x plus 2 is equal to 0. This is the quadratic equation whose roots are 2 by 3 and 1. Okay, now let us compare this equation which we got to the original equation which was given to us. Okay, the original equation given to us was mx square plus nx plus 6 is equal to 0, and the equation that we got, okay, the equation that you got is 3x square minus 5x plus 2 is equal to 0. Now let us check whether they are same or not. x square same, so maybe m is equal to 3, maybe. Okay, x same, here minus 5, so maybe n is equal to minus 5, then here 6, here 2, not same. Okay, so this is not the equation, we have to modify this. Anyhow we need 6 here. Okay, here 0 0 same, okay, no problem, but here we need anyhow 6. So how to get 6 from 2? If we multiply 3, so I multiplied 3. As you can see, I multiplied 3. Just I modified, I have not changed the equation. Okay, if we multiply the same non-zero quantity on both sides of an equation, the equation will not change. Okay, I have just modified, I have not changed. So on multiplying 3, we get 9x square minus 15x plus 6 is equal to 0. Now this equation is same as this equation. Check. Okay, 0 0 6 6 x x x square. So now we can equate the coefficients. So now we can say that m is equal to 9 as I have written, n is equal to minus 15 as I have written, and the constant term is 6. Okay, so we get m is equal to 9 and n is equal to minus 15 in this method. So I think this method is better. You can use this method to get the values of the unknown quantities. Okay, so this is the end of quadratic equations part 2. Okay.